BREALTV.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show on BREALTV 2 and all the other places like Kick, YouTube, X, and the home site www.breal.tv. Yes, we are back on BREALTV 2 because BoofTube has given us another strike.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a shame.
What'd you do, man?
Nothing. They even time-stamped where we did nothing. It was a regulated goods strike, Bobo, and I was talking about God. And as I said yesterday, I guess, you know, God must be considered a regulated good here on BoofTube. So I guess I was slanging God. And they didn't like that. You know, I was just saying, you know, some positive things, yet it was like I was selling drugs.
Yeah, positive things about who?
God. And how he'd like us to be, you know, kind to each other. You know what I'm saying? That's basically in a nutshell what they time-stamped. 27:45. Which was the running time, 27 minutes, 45 seconds. And bang, that's what they time-stamped as the section where we violated the regulated goods community guidelines.
Wow.
I'm like, I guess God is a regulated good, or spirituality or religion, or talking about spirituality or religion and trying to tell people to treat other people or suggest that people treat other people with humanity and compassion. I guess that's, you know, slang and dope.
You know,
It is kind of dope, though, because in the world of negativity, you know, at least someone is trying to sell positivity here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I think God, the word God has been used
God!
very loosely these days.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's you know, Bobo, you're right, but it's not necessarily using God's name loosely. It's using God's name in vain. Putting God at the end of whatever your fucking purpose is, whatever your agenda is.
Because God told me.
Know what I'm saying? Does God need your money?
He said.
yeah, exactly.
Know what I'm saying? What's God gonna do with paper money?
Well, he told me he needs more.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's just so ridiculous.
Didn't say that to me.
Well, that's if you go to a church,
Yeah.
they're gonna tell you to donate.
Dude. Like in the 80s when like Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, if you don't send us $4 million by Friday, God is gonna strike us down. Like, and people sent the money in.
Really, it's to build other churches, to you know, wrangle more people, to bring in more people and spend more money. And we all know these churches are tax exempt. So it's like, you know, it goes into building another church so they can build another megaphone, but they pocket that money, man.
They sure do.
I mean, these two people right here
Made
were made bank.
They're out, man.
The evangelicals be making money. That, you know, they don't lock themselves into the Catholic Church like that. They bend outside the rules of it and just, you know, do their own version and make their own money.
And I saw her a lot with that runny makeup because she was crying
Yep.
All the
begging
time.
all the time. So that was part
Wait.
of the get up.
Who had the best cry out of all them, right? There was Jim Baker's cry when he got convicted.
Oh, that was great.
That was great. There was her cry as victim where she looked like her face was melting.
Yeah.
And then, that ain't her, though. This is a comedian.
Oh, yeah, that's not her. Yeah. This girl's
Then there was Jimmy Swaggart's cry.
Oh,
I have sinned. You remember that?
Yeah. That one That was kind of
Yeah, that was very dramatic. He was
went in.
selling it.
He was selling it.
He was selling it. You know that's Jerry Lee Lewis's cousin, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Swagger.
Jimmy Swaggart. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's tight.
They tried to tell an outrageous story about dude. I'm gonna say I heard this story about 20 years ago. So it's about the magic of God. Ow. That as they're coming up as kids, you know, homies, you know, tied to faith early on, Jimmy, right? And the old, you know, Great Ball of Fire, he was tuned into music his whole time. Like, you know, like he learned to play piano at an early age. And the story goes is that, you know, Jimmy wanted to play piano, but he couldn't, you know, he didn't know how to play. And supposedly he prayed to God.
Yep.
And he went into a room with the piano. And within, I don't know, an hour, he was playing piano like he never played before.
That's amazing.
And this is something they testified to and all the other shit. Now look, he's playing piano right here.
Damn.
It was not a true story, but they sold it. You know what I mean? Like, I would imagine they both played piano at a young age. One just was better than the other. But he kind of knew how to play.
He didn't play with his
Because I ain't seen a miracle like that. I know God exists for sure. In my belief, I feel there is a God.
That's just real life gemstones.
But I'm just saying that
Yep.
none of us could go into a room that if we didn't know how to play a piano, right? And pray to God to give us the knowledge of playing that piano
Come back like Liberace.
and come back playing like Lib. Nah, that
Elton
you know.
John.
No, God expects you to. I'll give you the talent to do it. I'll give you the ability to do it, but you got to put the work in to do it,
Yeah.
right? So they tried to sell this bullshit story. Just saying, some of these evangelicals are just,
Yeah.
like the ones selling the water.
yeah,
Holy
Oh, that's
water.
the best. The holy water.
yeah,
That's the best.
fuck out of here.
Oh.
I mean, they all got to sell something, and at the end, if they don't have any other product, it's God.
Holy snacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me give you this holy paddle. That way, when you have to discipline your kid, it's like the hand of God smacking them right in the ass to, you know, get them right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
It's a paddle that's right in your ass, not God right there.
Not God.
Yeah, no.
Holy Ghost.
Evangelicals. I mean, look, here's the thing about belief, right? You can go into the church and find a system that suits you and have the person up there that's the pastor, the priest, whatever, give you and the rest of the flock, as they say, the interpretation that he thinks this passage or whatever might be. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There is that. And if people need that guidance, hey, it's there for you. If you feel you need that, it's there for you. Whether you want to believe the person that is preaching to you and like giving you this word and giving you their interpretation, that's a whole other story. But you're better off, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, having your own relationship with the Creator, whatever her name is.
Yep.
If you believe, it should just be the one-on-one relationship, because God ain't ever asking for your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go to a church and at some point after all the words are spoken, that plate is coming around. And some people can't afford to even put that money in the plate, but they feel bad if they don't.
Yeah.
And they will give their last.
Sure will.
God don't need their last. Don't.
Nope.
And some of y'all that are very religious might shit on me for that, but that's my belief. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. That's what I subscribe to. God is everywhere. I don't got to go into this building because it got a cross up there and pray to God there or speak my sins there. I do it right here in front of y'all.
I'm no scholar, but if you believe in Jesus, then you believe God gave his only son for you.
Right.
You're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was the sacrifice of sacrifices.
Right. I'm not saying you can act a fool, but Jesus gave you the ability to act a fool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get religious. You know what I'm saying? I try not to do that. I try to stay more in the spirituality lane.
Yeah.
And I try not to judge others for their beliefs, because whatever your belief is that works for you, that's totally fine. Because if that means it's like, belief in God or a higher power of some sort, we're all right there.
Yeah.
With the exception of the atheists that don't believe in none of that shit. This is what it is, and there's no after. There was no before. Whatever that belief system is, you know what I mean? And they're entitled to that belief.
100.
Yeah, but the struggle will always be there because of just that. It's a belief system, and everybody has their own belief.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think we all agree in God. It's when God has a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a system.
Or just anything, once we apply the human likeness to God is when we all have a problem with it.
Like if your thought is just to give thanks and praise and be an upright person, that's what it is. That's all. That's the manual. What the manuals all tell you to do.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? That when you break it all down, they all say the same thing. It's just that we as human beings sometimes lose our compassion for each other and lose that ability to feel for someone, and it's a take society. You know what I mean? Since forever, you know what I mean? And we forget about these things, like to help one another. We're out there trying to get ours, and fuck whatever's happening to you. I got to focus on this over here. And, that's been drilled into our minds since before any of us were born.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yo, let me ask a question. I mean, because I'm not knowing this, but for the Jehovah's Witness, do they not praise God, or are they praising Jehovah? And that, I'm not talking Jay-Z.
Is it? I think that's their
God.
name for God.
That's their name, Jehovah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God got so many names.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right? If we all believe that there's one God, that God carries many names in different places.
Different
That
regions
always-
of the world.
That always kind of confused me, like Jehovah's Witness. I didn't know if that was
I think the religion is
separate.
they're the witness for Jehovah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
And who I'm rolling with, huh?
Basically, they're the witnesses of Jehovah.
What they witness?
Jehovah.
What that witness like, son? Was it Michael Jackson?
Yeah, he was
Yes.
Jehovah's
He
Witness.
was just Jehovah Witness, huh?
They never talk about what they see him do,
Yeah.
but they're witnesses.
Yeah. I know they don't believe in holidays as being a day to celebrate, like Christmas or birthdays or.
Jehovah's Witness don't do any of those holidays, huh?
Nope.
Huh. They be saving money.
Yeah.
So we have no Thanksgiving, no Christmas, no.
Right.
Your birthday is your born day, and that's it.
That's
So
it.
as you get older, they said, "How old are you?" You know what? I really lost count. I don't know. Wow.
Damn, that'd be crazy if you lost count of how old you were.
So Cali Blaze is a Jehovah Witness.
Is
Doesn't
he?
celebrate birthdays.
Oh, he don't. Yeah, no. But he celebrates Christmas.
He does.
But no, I'm just looking here. It says Jehovah Witnesses. It's a denomination of Christianity that believes in Jehovah, the creator of all life, and live their lives to best represent Jesus Christ, Son of Jehovah. They do not believe in the third part of the Holy Trinity, the Holy Spirit found in mainstream Christianity.
No Holy Spirit for them.
The Holy Spirit.
Yep.
Trinity don't exist for
Just the dynamic duo.
it's the duo.
Yeah, but the Holy Spirit is simply the spirit of, it's the faith.
It's the spirit of Jesus, no? Right? The Holy Spirit? Or is the Holy Spirit
Is that
In
God?
Christianity,
that
the
God?
third person of the Trinity, God as spiritually active in the world.
so why they trying to take God out? That's what it sounds like.
See?
Because some Christians mistake Jesus for God, and some of their, most especially the
Oh, yeah.
evangelicals, they will say that Jesus is God.
Yeah.
He is a God, right? Who's born, he's son of God, so it makes him a God, but
They don't consider him son of God.
It's weird.
Consider him God.
right, they kind of confuse people with that shit.
Is our consciousness the Holy Spirit? Like what we, our perception of everything, our consciousness. Is that the Holy Spirit?
Or is God the Holy Spirit?
Yeah, no, but that's what but I mean, if it is, right,
Right.
would that be our
Our consciousness
Yeah.
could be. If we're thinking, the right thoughts, you know what I mean? I don't know.
And
I can't, that one I can't call. I
is
don't
the
know.
Holy Spirit, is it the Holy Spirit, a.k.a. the Holy Ghost? Or is that two separate? Holy Ghost and Holy Spirit are two different things.
I'd say they're the same.
I bet they do sound different, right? Like Holy
Holy Ghost and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, because the ghost is ghost of someone,
Yep, it
something
refers
past.
to the same thing.
It refers to the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why the
Just want to be
The
clear
third
on all
person
this.
of the Trinity.
Just want to be clear on all this.
We should get like a religious historian in here just to kind of drop some knowledge on us.
Yeah, because none of us are that.
No,
None of us.
No,
None of us.
I'll get that wrong all day long.
Yeah. There's certain things we know and other shit we definitely
Yeah.
don't.
I definitely tap out with knowing certain things on this subject.
Yeah, man.
But I'm all for, like B said, for spirituality. I think that's the best.
Yeah. I mean, if you believe in something,
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily mean you got to go join a sect.
Right.
To believe and pray to, speak to.
It's those ones that they say that God only speaks to them, and they're the only messenger, and then they relay the message,
And people believe that
and they
shit.
believe that, like on that, real cult shit.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Jones and stuff
Jim-
like that. So
And
people
Heaven's
like-
Gate.
Yeah, fanatics like that. Heaven's Gate, exactly.
Yeah, weren't they supposed? They were supposed to come. They were supposed to go to space, right? That was supposed. They're supposed to be like when they drank the Kool-Aid. They were supposed to get picked up by like a spaceship that was supposed to take them
Yeah.
to this other part of the world,
No,
the universe.
they got took to the morgue.
In Cortez shoes.
Yeah. They look cool.
They did look cool, but dude, that
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Those photos were
it's
crazy.
It's that shit.
Yeah,
'Cause
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate, dude. That was right by San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was like right down the freeway, right?
Well,
right off
look,
5.
That exposed one cult. There's many of them out there that
Woo.
you never heard of that all run that same bullshit.
That guy, dude.
One form or another.
you're already looking at like, come on, man.
Look into the eyes. That should tell you that's a crazy motherfucker right there.
Something about him.
Both his great granddad right there had a screw loose.
Just his hair. Like, look at that guy's hair. Come on. Can't
Yeah.
listen to this guy.
Yeah, no. I think that's sound advice for once, Bolton. Yeah, that, sad that people buy into guys like that.
And the Waco situation was something similar, right? Like he had.
Homie believed he was Jesus.
Oh, that part. Okay, because he amassed a bunch of
Yeah.
believers and followers, right? Like,
They went down in flames with him. Oof. That's the crazy shit. None of them tried to run out, leave him by himself. They were like right there with him.
and that was in the 90s, right?
He thought he was Jesus.
Yeah. Was that in the 90s?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the 90s.
yeah. Because I remember when there was because the standoff was like 3 or 4 days just before they got
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah.
And I remember that shit on TV.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy is that 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 happening right there when the federal government went and smashed on Waco like that.
Yeah.
That caused that dude Timothy McVeigh to go do the shit in Oklahoma City.
Oh.
He actually drove up as the siege was happening to watch it from a distance or something like that, and that was his supposed retaliation for what they did to those folks in Waco.
No way.
Yeah, there was a documentary that spoke about it.
There's this good TV miniseries called Waco.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that guy's in the Terminal List, Dark Wolf, and the Terminal List. So he's in the prequel and the original series. This fucking guy's good right here. He's a pretty damn good actor. This guy,
Hell yeah.
Looks like Swayze.
young Swayze 2. And you need a Swayze 2 in this world right now. The only thing is I don't think dude can dance.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? To be Swayze 2, you got to have those kind of look, suave-ish, big hair, and you got to be able to dance.
Can people handle that kind of
Oh, no.
personality
Not right,
right
now.
now?
Maybe. It depends who it is.
Because he was.
Yeah.
What about like another like Kevin Bacon?
Biking? Well, he's still alive.
Right.
What? You don't need another Kevin Biken. He's still alive.
And he plays a great villain all the time.
He's good.
Kevin Bacon? Yeah.
Well, he
dude.
could play a good dude and a villain. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
He's good at both, babyface and heel. He's a good one. Jason Bateman has been playing more dramatic shit these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
He's actually become like my favorite actor after all the things that I've seen him in, from Horrible Bosses to Ozark to Arrested Development. Like he's
always
done.
been good.
I remember his first gig was Silver Spoons. He was a guest star on Silver Spoons when Ricky Schroeder was the it kid, right?
Right.
And then they spun a series off.
What was the
with him.
series that he was on? Like he was a big star in.
I think Silver Spoons was who or what? Just
Bateman just
Yeah, because
Jason Bateman.
based off his character on Silver Spoons, he got his own show.
But he got known because his sister was on Family Ties.
Justine
No.
Bateman.
No. Jason was on TV before Justine.
Was he?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he's a true child actor because Justine doesn't come in until Family Ties, right? And she's like, I think in her mid or late teens by this time. He was already working way before that.
Yeah, he started in Little House on the Prairie in 1980.
There you go.
Christine, and she started Family Ties in 82.
Oh wow. And he's younger, right?
And he's younger, yeah. He got booked first.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Parents said, make that money.
Go make that money, Jason.
Yeah, he's 3 years younger.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he's still working.
Yep.
And she's an activist. Justine's an activist. She's out there, like fighting good fights.
I
Yeah,
like
she's-
that movie that he was in called The Gift. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
I'm not gonna say that it's a B movie, but it's really it's a cool story right there.
What is he, like 55 right now?
He just turned.
He is 56.
56. Yeah. We basically grew up with this guy,
Yeah.
but not literally.
What's the movie he did with Will Smith, where Will Smith was like the drunk?
Oh, yeah. That was
I love that movie.
Charlize Theron was in it
Yeah,
too. It's he plays Hancock.
Hancock.
There you go.
Hancock. I love that movie.
They're both aliens. Him and Charlize Theron.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
It's a pretty good movie.
He's good in that movie.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's good in all his stuff, but
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a good one. How'd you like my goodbye the other night at the LAFC game? Did you dig that?
At the very, very last one?
Yeah. Well, the one before that was
Yeah.
that was kind of better.
Well, on the very last one, I didn't see it because I never made it.
Oh, that's right. You pulled the even bigger move by not showing up. What happened?
I got sidetracked.
Stuck in the squeeze box, huh?
I was actually napping.
Oh, you were napping?
And then I woke up and I said, "Oh shit, the game."
I mean, you came here that day dressed in all the LAFC colors, all
Yeah.
the, all the things. So
Yeah, so then I went back to the house real quick. I'm just gonna lay back.
you crashed, huh?
And I took a couple of dab hits,
You should have stood here.
and
You'd
then all of a sudden, boom.
Oh, that is the dab hits that got you.
Yeah, and so then I got relaxed, and then I said, "Oh shit!" So I watched the game from the house.
It's all good. We didn't have Bouanga. We didn't have Soul. We didn't have the stars in there, but like the Young Bucks took care of business.
Yeah. So that was the last game of the season, right?
Yeah.
Or last home game.
Yeah.
So
Now the playoffs now, man.
So what place are we? Or where do
Aren't we third place? Sorry, Ray. Aren't we third place? I think. Possibly.
Yep.
Yeah. Ow. I know it hurts your eyes, Ray. Oh, shit. There we go.
Oh.
Consistency.
Oh.
Man,
Consistency.
yeah, that's not
Oh.
good.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're consistent at least. You know what I'm saying? They've been at the bottom this whole season. And
Yeah, they were there. They
and they
just
stood
stayed
there.
there.
Is it the same as like, basketball and football? Like the shitty team gets the good draft picks next year,
I don't know.
or is it based on who you could sign?
I think it's who you can sign. I don't know if they've got.
They don't do that shit, huh?
Nah.
So they're fucked next year again, huh? Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
It's that. Hey, listen, we thought they were fucked last year, and look what they did.
Yeah.
I don't even want to mention it, but
But we're not going to see that this year because
they're not this year. This year, that ain't happening.
they're not there.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Yeah, I see on MLS it says the worst teams picking first and the MLS Cup champions pick last.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That makes sense.
That's how drafts go?
Yeah, in pretty much all sports. Well, at least in basketball, it used to be like that. The shittiest teams got the best draft picks because you want those teams not to be shitty so that they could compete and they could sell tickets and you have a bigger market.
Bring everyone up.
Yeah, bring everyone up. So they try to like disperse the talent, because if the best team gets the best talent, they're just going to keep killing it and it doesn't leave room for other markets to grow.
So if you're a rising star, you could end up on a losing team.
Yes. That's happened so many. Yeah, I mean, it happens for almost all of them. It's very rare when a dude comes out in his rookie season and he ends up on the winning team. Like he's like a fucking dope rookie and everybody's got like high expectations and he ends up on that team. I mean, one of the few times it's happened is with Magic Johnson. When he came out of college, he was a national champion. And in his first year, he goes to the championship with the Lakers and was pivotal in winning that championship because I think Kareem got hurt or something like that. So it's a rarity when that happens. But most of the time, they go to a shitty team and they don't win for a long time.
Wow.
If they ever win.
I mean, has it ever been documented that like first pick on a team that did horribly the last season that they come up like quick? Like,
I mean, there's probably a few teams in the history of all the sports that started shitty. They got that one guy they needed or two, depending on how many picks they had that worked out. Yeah, it could pick them up out of the gutter. I don't know what the statistic is on that, but
it's probably happened.
It's happened.
That's cool.
At least once or twice in every sport. I got to think.
That's really cool.
I mean, look at it. Yeah, well, I don't know if they're the best example. But yeah, I mean, a player makes a difference. I mean, look, the Lakers, for instance, with Magic Johnson and getting him that year, right? If he doesn't make it to the Lakers, they don't get that championship.
That's crazy.
And he might not have gotten to the championship with any other team.
All right. Hey.
But he had a good team to run with that was experienced, and he came in and opened up the floor a little bit. So it worked out for him, but it doesn't work that way for everybody. But I wonder what is the stat of how many players came out and like instantly affected the outcome of that team.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
an amazing story.
Direct impact. That would would be an amazing story.
Because that shows that someone really, I mean, you're able to accomplish that being a team that did really bad the season before, getting that person that you need for your squad to come the fuck up and like start really performing at their best. Oh, hell yeah. That's a movie I'd watch.
So Buddha Bulb, right? Or I think that's how you say it. Buddha Bulb said Orlando when he went to when Shaq went to Orlando. And that is kind of true. He directly impacted that franchise because
Immediately.
they weren't in contention for shit. And the year he comes in, I think in his first year,
Wow.
they were already, in the conference finals and competing at high levels, and then eventually to the championship.
Same thing with the Bucks. When Brady went to them, they won the Super Bowl that same year.
Wow.
True that.
That was his last ring he got. He almost got it again. He got gypped.
Yep.
Yo,
That's-
speaking of Brady, Darren in the chat is saying Tom Brady was selected as the 199th overall pick in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL draft, and he became the best ever. He even sat out a season.
Yeah.
Wow. That's dope. That's a great
Yeah,
story.
but he didn't have. I mean, he had direct impact once he got in, for sure. You know what I mean? But we're talking about someone who gets in right in that season, and then I think you know what could be what's his name, Ja Morant, too. When he got drafted, shit, immediately like next year they were like a team to be reckoned with. They didn't win a championship, but I guess that's the criteria we're looking for. Like if the direct turnaround from one specific player.
So how many teams, like basketball teams or baseball teams or whatever, have not won a championship?
How many basketball teams?
How many basketball teams have
A lot of them.
never won a championship?
A lot of them.
Ooh, really?
A lot of them.
Like I would. So there's teams out there that have never ever won a championship.
Clippers never won a championship. Sorry, Clippers.
Well, they're kind of young though, right? Like as a team, aren't they kind of a younger team?
They've been around a while.
Oh, okay.
Who else has not won one? The Sacramento Kings. I don't think they've ever won one.
Wow.
Who else?
Not as the Sacramento Kings, but not as the Kings because they were from another town originally.
Yeah, definitely not as Sacramento. They haven't. They've been to the dance.
Okay.
Gotten close, but Lakers always kind of derailed them from that. Sorry, Steph.
Oh yeah. It's
Here's the teams that have not won championships.
Brooklyn Nets, Minnesota Timberwolves,
Indiana Pacers had a couple of chances. One of them being against the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. Reggie Miller. He went down. Orlando Magic had 2 times. One with Shaq and one with Dwight Howard, which Kobe, killed his dreams and snatched a taste of victory out of his mouth.
Wow.
The Phoenix Suns, yeah, no.
The Pelicans.
Jazz, they had one chance against Michael Jordan, and we all know what happened there. Michael Jordan just snuffed him. Even on a sick day, he had the flu and he buried their asses. Sorry, Utah.
Damn.
Know what I'm saying? But it was a fucking hell of a feat he did there. He had the flu. You could tell he was like hanging on by a string and managed to like snuff him out. And, Brooklyn Nets, yeah, no. They haven't won a championship since Dr. J was on that team, which was when they were, I think I don't know if they were the New York Nets or New Jersey Nets, or was that the 76ers?
He was on. Dr. J was on the 76ers.
Yeah, no, but there was a team he was on that was in the ABA that turned into the NBA.
I forget that.
Because he wasn't on Philly first. He was
New York Nets.
New York Nets. There you go. I know a little bit about basketball.
And there's even some teams that have not even made the playoffs.
Damn.
Well, there's that too.
Oh man.
Like not at all. Have not done the dance in the playoffs. Even a wild card. Like nothing.
That's got to be a short list, though.
That
right?
hurts.
I don't know. I
don't
think
know.
Barry should look it up
Trying to look that up.
But
because
I-
that
I-
sounds amazing.
Because I mean, just
Probably the Charlotte Hornets.
Ooh.
I mean, half the roster, regardless of the sport, is going to the playoffs. Just minimal.
Well,
So all you got to do is just win half. You're going.
16 start in the playoffs, and then it whittles down to 4, and then it whittles down to the 2.
They've all
16
been in
start,
there.
but I'm saying that's 16 out of 32 teams, though, right?
Yeah, 16 out of 32 teams.
Yeah, so half are going.
What did it say right there?
It said all 30 teams have at least once in their career missed the playoffs. So
No, they've all made the playoffs.
they've
at
all
least
made-
once in their
oh.
franchise
So there's
history.
just 2 franchises that have never made the playoffs.
they've all made.
Out of 32 teams, only 30. I mean, all 30 have gone through at least once.
That's cool.
There's
Um,
only 30 teams.
There's only 30. I thought there was 32.
30 teams.
Oh shit. Okay, so everybody's
out.
made the playoffs at least once.
Okay.
Okay,
Not
that's
bad.
dope.
Not bad.
That's
but
not bad.
but that one time that team made the playoffs could have been like 10, 15, 20 years ago, right? Depending on what team that is. Like the Charlotte Hornets have been, I don't know when's the last time they made the playoffs,
Yeah. I mean, that's
right? When is the last time the Charlotte Hornets made the playoffs, Bolton?
It was 2016.
2016. And before that?
I'm going to have to look.
They all
Sorry, I'm
get,
looking at something else right now, too. Which teams only made the playoffs once?
they all get some attention throughout the year, though. I mean, everybody's familiar with their names,
Oh.
sees them. They just don't put it together all the way to the end.
The Pelicans too, right?
The
Well, no, they've made the playoffs. I think.
Pelican.
Before that, it was 2014 for the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, all right.
Charlotte can get there apparently, but they just ain't closing it out.
Nah, they probably got eliminated in the first round.
Damn.
Yeah. Sports.
Yeah, the Pelicans have the fewest appearances with 9 in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's still kind of a young team. Out of all, well, there's younger teams like Oklahoma City, but yeah.
9 out of how many times they've been in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when the Pelicans start.
The Pelicans. The Pelicans. When did they start? Fuck, I don't know.
I don't remember that.
They're a newer team though.
Yeah, so let's say they started 12 years, ago.
2002.
2000. Okay, so it's been a while. So you said nine times they've been?
Yeah.
It's been at least half the time they've been out.
When they had Anthony Davis, that was supposed to be their time to be rocking the playoffs, right? But Anthony Davis was always fucking hurt. You know what I mean? And most times they were rocking without him.
And you say that about him, that he's like guaranteed to always be hurt, right? That's like kind of his history.
At some point in the season, he breaks down or gets hurt, or he gets hurt enough to where the people that are spending the money on him don't want to risk it because they know that he's got this history, and they'd rather not take a chance on hurting him further. Because when he's on, he's on. But like, how on can he be if he's sitting it out because he's fucking hurt all the time?
Yo, my bad. It was the New Orleans Hornets in 2002 to 2005, and then 2007 to 13, and then from 2013 to today, they went to the Pelicans.
Oh.
So they've been around for 12 years.
Yeah, the Hornets.
Pelicans.
Yeah, the Hornets started in New Orleans and went over to Charlotte, and then the Pelicans were made. I can't remember what team that was, or if that was a brand new team that moved right into New Orleans. Jazz used to be the Utah Jazz used to be
That's right.
in New Orleans, which made sense. That's why their name is the Jazz.
Yeah.
Well, the Pelicans been there 9 out of 12 years. That's not bad.
Yeah.
They seem pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Not winning the actual Super Bowl, but
Yeah, no, that's not the Super Bowl, but I know what you're talking about. The World Championship.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Sports. Who knew we were
sports
gonna?
ball.
Who knew we were gonna go this long on it? I did not know.
Well, something that's not sports related, but
Please, thank you.
It's a sports figure. Have you tried Canelo's new drink? It's like a little bit of alcohol in it. You know, it has
What's it called?
Um,
Do we know?
it's got it's letters. It's his abbreviation for his name.
Oh, it's
But it's
so. Which
pretty
part of his name? The first 3 letters or the last?
good. It's that.
Ah, it's this.
BMC.
Yeah,
BMC.
VMC.
Like, how does his name ain't on that?
Well,
It's
it's
just
just by
VMC.
Canelo Alvarez.
Ah, I see what you're saying. They
And-
should have had his boxing gloves instead of the eagle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, it's just pretty
Let this
good,
shit knock you out. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Bam.
It is nice. It's not strong at all. It's a nice, refreshing thing.
So
but
you've had some?
Yeah.
Where'd you have it?
I got it from the store,
Which store?
the liquor store.
The liquor store. All right, yeah. Look at me, fucking suave right there, dog.
But it's good. It's refreshing. It's it's not too harsh at all.
I would like to
Yeah.
hear him plug it in English. That would be fucking hilarious. When he speaks English, it's fucking great. Most especially when he swears. You know what I'm saying? Try this fucking drink. Yeah. It's a good thing, man. My God. Everybody is coming up with a drink. You know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
noticed that the trend from last year to this year was that everybody had a fucking tequila brand coming out. And some were really good. Like the Deftones shit is really good. I mean, we've drunk bottles of that shit over here. And some of it is really boof that we get, and we might just like put away, and we don't know what happens to that fucking bottle.
Some shit is nasty.
But did you hear? And DJ Lord put us up on game to this, and it just became a story that Casamigos and what was the other one? Weren't real tequila. There was like 2 or 3 that are out there, like they claim to be a tequila brand, and it's not even tequila.
Mezcal.
No, it wasn't mezcal. We know mezcal is not tequila. It's let's see.
Well, it's,
Don Julio.
Don Julio. Yeah.
Wow.
well, the thing is that tequila is called tequila because it's the blue agave and it's from tequila, Jalisco.
Yeah, and this shit ain't.
And this shit, they say that it's real shit, and it's probably a mezcal that they're trying to mask as a tequila, but it's not.
Hey, read the allegation there, buddy.
It says on July 4th, they were slapped with another class action lawsuit alleging that Casamigos and Don Julio are not really tequila. The plaintiff accuses the parent company of engaging in fraudulent scheming and racketeering. The complaint alleges that they knowingly mislabeled its Don Julio and Casamigos tequilas as 100% agave when both brands are adulterated with industrial alcohol.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh,
What does that mean?
Casamigos?
Industrialized.
Adulterated?
Adulter. Oh,
It means they mixed alcohol with
Ooh.
they're fugazi, baby. Throw out your Casamigos and your Don Julios or as Bolton said, Casa.
Isn't
And
that?
your read was great except that part, but I mean even that was great. Casa.
Isn't that the brand that Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul Casamigos? Is that the Breaking Bad one?
Is it?
I thought that was George Clooney, and I thought that was his.
Oh, Casamigos is George Clooney.
Is it?
You
That's what I thought.
I don't know if his shit is Casamigos
Because I know
or Casamigos.
Casa. Yeah, because I know the Breaking Bad dudes, Bryan
have
Cranston
one.
and Aaron Paul have a.
I think someone Joshua FJ is saying it's Clooney.
Mhm.
Clooney, and then I think
I
it's
see Clooney, Sidney Crawford, and Rihanna.
Uh-oh.
They've been with those guys.
Cindy Crawford, Rihanna, and
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
damn.
They're going to pay some people out.
Get your looking straight, man.
Yeah. They're going to have to acquire some kind of deal with some folks in Tequila, Mexico.
Right.
Get some real agave up in that bitch. Otherwise, they're done.
Exactly. That's it.
That's it.
Damn.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. And, the funny thing is, Lord drinks tequila. Like, he's one of those connoisseurs, and he is like, I don't know, man. There's something about this fucking Casamigos. Let's fuck drinking this shit. And then, the Don Julio, same thing. And then we just started drinking mezcal because, for us, that's better. But, yeah, right after this tour, because he was saying it on this tour. We were on the tour, and there was a couple of nights we had Casamigos on our rider. Like, they like out of the things they could find, they would bring that. And, he was like, man, this shit right here, I don't know. Shit tastes crazy. Doesn't it taste crazy? Is trying to compare it with someone, and someone's like, yeah, it tastes weird.
Wow.
And then, come to find this shit right here, that they're mixing alcohol with whatever agave they do have. If it's even agave at all, right?
Right.
And that's crazy because in the commercials for the Casamigos, they're in a field of agave.
Yeah, but they don't tell you where.
And it may be not their field.
Yeah, I mean, just because they're in a field of agave,
Yeah. But like tequila, that has to be in tequila and agave, blue agave.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, that's it.
That's amazing.
I see. It's Scott Green saying it's 33% agave, and then they mix it with the alcohol, man.
Terrible.
Ow!
That shit is boo-boo.
That hurts. Today is National Angel Food Cake Day, gentlemen. Do you dig angel food cake?
I dig it.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah, I think so.
It used to be my favorite as a kid, like just to see it. Like,
Oh yeah, I dig angel food cake.
Oh, yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Now I remember what it is. I was trying to remember how it looked, and now I see it. I'm like, yep,
yeah, that's amazing.
yep. To quote Ray. You know what I'm saying?
How about
Yeah.
a plain angel food cake?
I mean, I would do that too, but it's very dry.
Very
Yeah.
dry, but
It's delicious.
doable.
But it is, I would take a thin slice though, because it's like eating a sponge and shit.
Yeah.
This thing, man.
It's still delicious.
It's a delicious sponge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is. It is also National Cake Decorating Day. Have you decorated a cake today? I have not.
Not today.
And not planning to.
Wasn't really that guy. You know what I mean? I could make the cake. I could bake the cake, but decorate the cake. Those are all bars.
All
Did you
bars.
See that? See that? That's what he notices it
Yeah.
when I do it. But like, those are bars. But it's factual bars.
Yeah.
Cause like if I bake a cake, I'm letting daughter or wife do the thing. Cause like I'm not good at that part. Just say.
You can sign the cake,
Why would I sign the cake?
Bam.
you know?
Remix.
Shall I write a letter on the cake?
No, not a letter. Just
Look at that. See, if I had this skill right here, I would bring y'all a fucking dope cake. But I don't.
That's art.
Yeah, that is art. Look at this. This is beautiful. As long as she don't throw no goddamn sprinkles on top, we're golden. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Ray. Sorry. You want galaxy covered sprinkles on here,
I
huh?
could see.
I have a
Colton
feeling
doing
the
this.
sprinkles are coming.
Nah, I think it's all.
I think she can't resist, and
Oh,
the sprinkles
man.
are on the way.
She's gonna smash a bag of sprinkles on
We'll
it.
put a 10-cent wager on this.
Oh my god! Look at it. She's gonna fucking.
Oh, look at
Oh, here comes.
that. Steph Tone with a 110 cent.
Damn.
People can't help themselves with the sprinkles. You're
No.
right, Steph Tone.
It didn't
No
need it.
way.
No, I didn't need it at all.
At all.
Did
dude.
not need it.
No,
I mean, it's a nice, colorful touch. I get it, but it didn't need it.
it didn't need it.
It didn't need it. Now I can't eat it.
She needs to stop putting
I mean,
it
I
on.
could. I just gotta like just shave that shit right off.
Look at that.
I mean, it looks cool. I just can't do the sprinkle part.
Just knew it couldn't be resisted.
Yeah, the people. Yeah, people gotta have their sprinkles, man.
It's just like cake decorating 101. Some sprinkles are coming on it. Just splash all over it.
Yeah, people feel the need to do that, and when they don't have to, because I mean, if she'd never put the sprinkles on, that cake still looked great. Like just the design.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Yeah, it was awesome. But I see, people want to put a little extra splash on it. Did you know It is National Walk to the Park Day.
Yep.
Walk to a park.
Right. I want to do that.
Get your little exercise on. You know what I'm saying? And you should get your walking on after you eat a heavy meal.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about that shit yesterday, and that is the realest thing. You know what I mean? Like walk after a heavy meal, a light meal, whatever, but like a heavy one.
Yeah.
Like how when we go to crew dinners on tour, it's always far enough, but not that far where it could be a good walk right after dinner, and we're walking the shit right off.
At first, when you just start walking, you're all heavy and everything like that. You don't really feel the best, but as you're starting to walk and everything's starting to move along, it's great.
It's helpful.
It's very, very helpful. But that first initial couple of blocks, you heavy, waterlogged and full.
Well, see that if you feeling that means you ate and drank too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that you feel that you have to walk that off, and halfway through you're feeling a lot better because everything is moving.
True that. You got to move it. You know what I'm saying? You want to either like sit down or go to sleep or do nothing right after a heavy meal like that.
Mm-hmm.
Got to move around, baby.
These are facts.
Did you know it is the birthday of the legendary David Lee Roth, born on this day in 1955?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
He's 71 years old, man.
One break.
Diamond Dave.
Up.
Diamond Dave.
Yes.
He's kind of cringy these days, man. It's kind of hard to watch him do shit.
Hey, man, at least I think he's just a lifer that's just doing it.
I love him, but it's just kind of hard to watch him.
I mean, yeah.
He's a lot.
He is a lot. That voice is a lot.
Oh, when he tries to sing these days, it's not the same. That is for sure.
He still sounded great when I saw him with the reunited Van Halen. When Wolfgang was playing
Yes,
bass.
he
sounded great then.
He was pretty good then, yes.
Yeah.
But like
Now?
we heard some shit just recently that was like,
Oh man, that sucks.
he could have been having a bad night though.
I don't know.
I don't think his voice is of great concern to him more than his personality and,
Right.
and being himself.
It's true that.
Like
That
he's,
is,
like he's kind of accepted that he's probably not going to be whatever that thing is,
yeah.
He's out there just having fun and
but
doing
he's just doing it anyway.
Yeah, he's still Diamond fucking Dave, man. You can't take that away from him.
Some people have said he looks like Mr. Furley from Beat Company up there.
Oh.
Yes,
You see the resemblance, or
I do.
Agreeing, yeah.
I do.
Hey, he keeps in shape though.
Yeah, he does. 71, right?
He's 71.
Damn.
You could tell he's still moving around doing his shit, man.
He's
You
still
know?
doing the splits in the air.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
He'll do it. Did you know in 1969 King Crimson dropped the Court of the Crimson King in the Court of the Crimson King?
Oh yeah, see that first song, 21st Century Schizoid Man? That Kanye sampled that for Power off My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And it's a dope break. This is a dope album too.
So dope.
This is like prog rock at its finest.
And did you know it is the birthday of Mario Slater Lopez, born on this day in 1973?
We got to get him on the show, man.
I don't think he would ever come on. It's too much weed smoke for him.
Ah, well.
You know what I'm saying?
He seems like he's pretty down to earth, though.
He's
Like,
cool. He's definitely cool. You know what I mean?
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, no. he's cool. You know what I'm saying? I see him at the LAFC games every now and then, and because he's an LAFC fan. And I've seen him in a couple other places. He's good friends with my wife's uncle as well. So I see Mario from time to time. He's always been cool with me.
That's cool.
And the kids. Mario and the kids. All right. Did you know it is the birthday of Dale Earnhardt Jr., born on this day in 1974?
He's badass.
Happy birthday, Junior.
Son of the Intimidator.
Dude, he is excellent in Talladega Nights.
Did they ever give him a nickname? Like his father's name was the Intimidators. So what was Dale Jr. called?
Junior.
Junior. There goes Junior coming around the corner.
Yeah, just Junior.
All right, makes sense.
He's a badass.
He's badass too, just like father.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you know? In 1979, the artist known as Maya was born. Salute to Maya.
Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah, she's dope.
Yo, was he racing when you guys did the performance at NASCAR?
No.
No, okay.
Not even close.
He just hasn't been racing for he's retired now.
Yeah,
or?
he's retired.
Okay.
I think he owns one of the cars someone else is racing, right?
I know Steftone watches
or
NASCAR.
someone's racing their car.
What's the oldest
I see.
driver?
Yeah, you retired in 2017. I see.
So what's the oldest you're allowed to become as a driver in NASCAR?
I don't know. There's drivers that are, I want to say they're late 40s.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever an age limit on it.
Oh wow.
But I would imagine these days they're only trying to have a 70-year-old in there and fuck around and pass out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Did you know? In 1989, on this day, Biz Markie dropped The Biz Never Sleeps.
Oh man. This is a great record. Go down a bit more, Bolton. Let me see. Just a Friend in Spring Again. Yep. Mudfoot. Yep. This is the album where Just a Friend blew up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit blew.
sure
This
did.
shit it's still one of the best songs. When you hear everyone sings along.
You
got what I need.
Who produced that track?
He did. Oh. Yeah, he had already left Marley
produced
Marl.
He produced that track, huh?
Yep. He produced that whole album. I think him and Cool V.
That was a win right there.
Yeah.
And did you know? On this day in 1995, KRS-One dropped KRS-One, his second solo album.
Dude.
Classic work.
That is one of my favorite albums of all time. KRS-One. KRS-One. It's
Yeah.
the red cover, right?
Self-titled.
Yeah, self-titled.
Yeah.
Good
That's
one.
crazy. Because his second
one.
album was self-titled. Most of the time, people do the first album if they're going to do a self-titled. It's usually
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, but dude, he has
These are
Yep.
nothing but slappers on them.
MCs act like they don't know, and rappers are in danger. This is like his second release with DJ Premier doing some beats.
Represent real hip-hop,
Dude.
wannabe MCs.
Look at that.
Oh,
Dude, he got a song with Buster.
build your skills.
Dude,
Oh,
this record's
squash
got
'em.
some heat, and the one before it too.
Yeah. I mean, he's always got classic joints on every goddamn album. You know what I mean? Like, salute to the Blast Master KRS-One. Listen, we know that this is a different place than our main channel, Be Real TV. But, we're moving it along as much as we can. And, it would be great if a lot of y'all, took the time to smash that like right now and subscribe so that if ever BoothTube gives us a suspension, which I would imagine they will, because this one's going for 14 days that we're going to be right here on Be Real TV 2, unless they accept our appeal, which they probably won't. Get used to us being here for the next, I guess now 13 days. So, lock in with us. Smash that like, subscribe, crack the all notification bell. That way, like when, we're here, you will get the notification for Be Real TV too. And everybody on Twitch, hey, you just got to stay locked in on Twitch because, they don't fuck with us the way BoothTube does. So salute to all y'all watching and everybody on X. Much love to y'all. I wish we had some sort of live chat for y'all, but the wealthy one must figure out some new technology so y'all could come on in like the folks here in the Insane Asylum, which is our live chat on YouTube, and our Psycho Ward on Twitch, because we know there's a significant amount of you in there. So salute to all y'all. With that, let's get into the Insane Asylum,
Yeah.
the Psycho Ward, and all the what have yous. And if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, we are here for it.
All right, let's do this. We got Lucky Cedar Lane saying, "Yo, I like Kevin Bacon's new show called The Bondsman. You guys got to check this out."
You know what's crazy is I saw that. I saw this, not the trailer, but I seen this, and I was like, "Is that fucking Kevin Bacon?" And I wasn't sure, and I thought it was like some wannabe motherfucker trying to, front like he's Kevin Bacon, and it ends up that it's fucking Kevin Bacon,
It's all buff now.
fucking Bacon.
Biking, man.
It's only for one season.
That's
so,
well, it's its first season.
yeah, it's not coming back for a second season.
They told you that.
That's what he
That's
said.
That's what it said right there.
Yeah.
That's what it
That's
says. Sorry, Bacon. He's out touring right now. He don't give a fuck. Him and his brother are the Bacon brothers are out there doing shows, Bobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna go and check him out, Bolton?
Yep.
Yep.
Go check out the Bacon Bros.
That's right.
You're gonna have it signed.
Get those backstage tickets with my uncles.
Have the sign there with just the Bacon and brothers. The picture of Bacon.
That'd be pretty good. I'll show him our show him our knocking pins down
Yeah.
music videos. Ask him what he thinks about that.
They might use that and sample that for their next song.
Yeah.
All right, let's we got RS70 saying be great to hear any wild Deftone tour chaos. Has there ever been any tour chaos with the Deftones? Any wild
Chaos.
stories or chaos or the cops coming on the tour bus or anything crazy?
Yeah, I had a moment one time where I had just taken a bong rip, and I was on the bus and the front door of the bus was wide open, and just at the same time I did this, there was these two bike cops rolling up, and the cloud. I didn't know the door was open. I blew that cloud, and it went straight out that door, and it was perfect timing. Just boom, right on them. I was like, oh, there's no way they're not gonna stop. It was a direct hit. Sure enough, they did. They just walked up in there like, and I was just like shaking my head like, what can I say?
My bad.
Yeah, I mean, Bog's sitting right there. I was like, the cloud was in the air. I saw y'all. There wasn't a damn thing I could do about it. So here we are.
So if I could inhale it back, I
Yeah.
would have done that. Right.
I was like, we're getting ready to leave. He's like, good, get out of here. I was like, you got it.
That's an easy call.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, get out of here. I said, we just about out of here.
He said, that's a good idea.
Hurry the fuck up, everybody.
All right.
Let's see. Mr. Kelsworld is saying David Koresh thought he was a prophet.
Oh. Okay. So he was the prophet, like that was like a prophet of God? Or just a prophet?
Yeah.
was, like,
No,
all-knowing?
he was telling folks God was talking to him.
Oh, man, that's a killer line. to
Telling his
have.
followers and telling the FBI handler.
Joseph saying, yo, Be Real and Slightly Stupid, the Upside Down track. You guys got to check it out. It's great.
Thank you. They did their thing on that shit, man. And Charlie Tuna killed it as well. Awesome.
Tony saying, yo, Be Real, new album title, The God Slinger.
I would do it.
The God.
The album cover is me as an evangelist. You know what I'm saying? White suit, dookie chains, and a white afro. Bobo asleep over there. You can't.
Well, I'm not.
You try to imagine it, huh?
Yeah, I'm just
He's
well,
deep in thought.
And not be like this.
Yeah, because it's funny because Atmosphere, he has a new video.
Oh yeah, yeah.
like
That's right.
an evangelist, shit like that. I was just like imagining what that would look like.
Yeah, I was in my mind. I was like, I'll support it.
I'll
Go
support
bring
yeah,
it.
I'm
Oh,
good. I'll hold the
Donation plate.
donation plate.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Seftone will probably like this. Scott saying, "Yo guys, what's up? I'm getting ready to head out to Oakland to see Sleep Token tonight. I'm stoked."
Hell yeah.
That's dope.
Nice.
Pretty dope, huh? Sleep Token.
Yeah, they're dope.
We're going to go see him tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
He's rocking that 5-string, huh? Is it?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They going deep.
And, those are their masks, huh? That's wild.
Does anybody know who they are, Seftone, yet? Is that
I'm sure somebody does. I don't know.
the crowd though?
Their crew does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would imagine people know.
But yeah, they're just not trying to they're just telling a story, but everyone's just been trying to dox them and shit, right? Just like, oh, that's so-and-so, and this guy is so-and-so. When they're just like, we just want to play these tunes.
No, you know,
Show.
that's the good thing about wearing the mask. It's just going to always keep people guessing until they pull them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's cool about this is that they could walk around anywhere and no one would even fucking know it was them. Unless he's showing his tattoos, and he even kind of blacks them out here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for all you know, that could be me playing bass. But it's not. Just saying.
This could be Bobo right here.
That could be Bobo right there.
It is.
That's dope.
It is.
Yeah, you know.
All right, next in here is I'm with Busey saying, "Yo, be real. Today, in today's time, what's your favorite strain right now?"
RS11. That's a really good strain. I like it.
And the last one I see so far is Johnny saying, "Yo, guys, I'm hanging out with my older brother and his kids. We waiting for the pizza to arrive. We're watching the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Salute."
All right. Salute to you, man.
With the kids.
With
kids.
the kids.
They could be on their tablet with the headphones. You never know.
That is true.
Yeah, man.
Correct.
Getting in contact from the older brothers, you know.
Settle down.
Did your older brother ever give you a contact? Or did he did he play his game of leaves solo?
No, he never like came in and just blew it at me and everything. But I just noticed that every time I would pass his room, the smell was a bit different.
Did you ever give your brother away that he smoked weed to your mother or father?
No, because they already knew.
They already knew. They knew he was with the shits early
Yeah,
on.
they already knew. So he was already playing leaves and had his shoebox. And
He would just get shit if you started and he started you, right?
right. And that wasn't the case, even though he was there. You know, but it was my dad and my brother.
Holy
They
shit.
both, you know, had the joints and got me fucked up.
So he allowed you to smoke with them, or they smoked in front of you and you got a contact type of
No,
fuck
no,
up?
that was the time when I first inhaled.
First inhaled smoke direct.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Did your dad have some good shit? Do you remember?
Yeah, he did. It was one that was green, and then it had some brown that was like some Thai stick kind of thing.
Because in his time, that's when that shit was around,
Right.
here and there. We don't ever get that Thai stick shit, but
Yeah, all that stuff. And there weren't all that many different variables, variations of the weed.
I think if somebody presented us with Thai stick now, I wouldn't trust it anyway. I'd be
Yeah,
like, look at that
that's
shit.
it. That shit is boof right there. Because we haven't seen it in so long.
Right.
But it wasn't like the Thai that I seen back in the day. The few times that I got the chance to see it, from my recollection, it wasn't impressive looking. It just tasted pretty good and it got you high. It didn't have an impressive look like some of this shit we see today. You would mistake it for some backyard weed. You know what I mean? Especially if the grower wasn't like, talented or whatever. But I would imagine, I wonder what Thai weed would look with these guys today that actually have so much knowledge and cultivation and have stepped up and, produce some of these crazy exotics that we smoke today. I would like to see it in one of those guys' hands and what that Thai would look like today. Because I haven't seen it. It's one strain. You will not see anyone say they have it even if they had it by mistake, right? Let's just say you knew what it looked like and you fucking saw it and it's like, oh shit, this is Thai right here. Nah,
You know,
there ain't nobody got it.
it's out there, but I bet very few people have it because when I went to Thailand and I asked for a Thai stick, they were looking at me like, "What?
What the fuck is that?
You know what I mean?" So that the few OGs that they know about it, they probably have it, but it's definitely not out there for everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. It was a dope strain once upon a time. A good brown strain. It looked
Right.
golden, kind
Right.
of. Not necessarily brown like stress brown, but like golden.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I've ever seen it because my earliest impressions and memories of a Thai stick would be what I would consider to be like moon rocks, but it was just like like bundled up like weed, and then you'd take off the string and you'd have all that, so
Like
yeah.
that?
Well, yeah, see, that's a different version. You know what I mean? Like, this is like weed tied on a stick.
Yeah, I was about to say like.
Yeah, but it's
You know
but,
that Thai stick? Yeah, the weed tied on its stick.
but they marinated it though, like
Well, yeah.
it like a concentrate.
Yeah, but like
weird.
the one we're talking about was an actual, like the way they called indica, Indo and skunk. There was also Thai stick.
Yeah,
And it
Thai stick.
wasn't necessarily because it was on a stick. That was just what they called it.
Yeah, no, I was only familiar with somebody actually tying it on a stick.
It was actually called chocolate Thai.
Mm-hmm. Chocolate Thai.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had their Panama Reds, Acapulco Golds, and
Yeah, all the names.
all that names and shit like that. Thai stick and Indo.
Those names were all the names that I associate with weed at the time when the true skunk weed was around.
It was either skunk weed or that Humboldt.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the green, the real green stinky shit.
Yeah. But it really smelled like legitimately like a skunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those were some like no one even really knew what those strains were.
Yeah.
And those were
Gone.
good ones,
Yeah,
man.
long gone.
You won't ever find that skunk weed nowhere. Maybe
Skunk.
maybe in Europe.
I don't know.
And I don't even know if that's real.
Yeah. I think it's gone.
Because some people will have it on their little menu, but it's not real skunk.
No.
It's like the way that people used to like throw the word OG around and say, "Oh yeah, I got OG right here," and it's like, no, you don't. You got some weed. That's not OG. If you're like trying to, say you got weed, saying you got OG is not the way you say you got weed, because that's a misinterpretation. Someone who smokes OG might think, "Oh shit, you got some OG? Let's check it out," and then they look at it and like laugh at you because you don't know what the fuck you're saying. You're using it as a description as opposed to like that it's a strain.
Yeah, just like Kush and Chronic.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's been abused.
Oh yeah, you don't know how many times I had motherfuckers. Oh man, check out this OG I got right here, and I'm like, sorry to tell you, bro. And like for our part of it, it's because we were too close to it, so we'd be disappointed when we'd see what they actually had and had to tell them, "Oh, this ain't OG, bro." We could have just told them, like, broke it down, like, "Hey, look, OG is a specific strain. It's not necessarily the word we use to label weed in general."
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where I think people got confused. Just like you said, they started using it like chronic and shit like that. So yeah, but people are careful not to do that shit anymore.
Right.
There's so many strains out, and people know so much more, so they're calling it by the strain now, as opposed to generalizing it.
Like that Maui Wowie.
I seen that once in my life.
Maui Wowie, man.
Maui Wow.
I've only seen that weed once in my life, and it was like with Skate Master Tate. Rest in peace. Skate Master Tate had a homie that was a surfer who would, go and come from Hawaii all the time to go on to the surf competitions and all that stuff. And this dude, when he came back from one competition, he brought back some Maui Wowie, and he gave some to Skate Master Tate. Probably owed him some money or whatever. He broke some out, boom, and we smoked that shit. It was very tasty, looked very pretty. But that was the only time I ever seen it. Because then you go out there to Hawaii, and you got motherfuckers that are willing, ready to bump a mainlander's head. Oh, yeah, this is the Maui Wowie.
I'm sure they run that hustle all day.
So to give these howlies the non-Wowie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck around and come with the mid.
Maui boof.
So here goes
Wowie.
mid Wowie. You know what I'm saying? But we know better. We'll look at it and be like, what the fuck is this? I remember when fucking Hawaiian weed was very overpriced.
Yes, it was.
Shit.
It was.
An ounce was what, $700 or some shit like this? And this is before the Kush was like that expensive.
It was stupid.
You on an island. Where you going to get some?
True that?
Right?
That's
True
what
that.
you get.
They didn't have bad weed. That's some good weed. But like, motherfuckers would be trying to bump your head out there for sure. Yeah. But this is a nice place. That is for
Because
sure.
they know where you going to go. You're on the island.
You're on the island, brother.
You on
You
the
gonna
island.
run to the mainland?
Yup.
Nope.
Yeah, you're at their mercy at that point.
Yup.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get high.
You howlies gonna pay this money.
Is it legal to smoke in Hawaii?
Well, it's part of the United States, so yeah.
Like states' rights, like it's legal here in California. Is it legal in Hawaii?
I feel like Hawaii's
No, it's not.
recreational.
It's not.
It's not?
Decriminalized and
Oh, okay.
medical is legal.
Okay, so
Oh,
like,
medical. Okay.
they're not gonna go out of their way to arrest you, but it's not completely. You know what I mean?
They walk a fine line on
They
that.
walk the fine line.
Yeah.
They should just legalize over there.
Woo!
They would like the tourism over there with the weed shit would be ridiculous.
They could do weed
my
bed and
God.
breakfasts. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my God. Do you know how many weed heads would fucking roll to Hawaii immediately?
We have definitely smoked on all the balconies we've had.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, absolutely. You have to.
Well, that's never.
It's a
been
beautiful place.
There's never ever been anyone making a fuss over that. So
That's cool.
Oh, let's say it says possession of up to 3 grams is decriminalized. So you got if you're rolling out there, you got to carry very little.
Yeah, it says 3 grams punishable up by $130 fine.
That's fucking whack.
So if you go over 3 grams, you're paying 130. They catch you.
In other words, you can't be all, like the way we are, because we would get tapped in a second. Right?
Right.
You have to be very low key with the shits.
yeah, have a joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a joint or two tops.
Have your shit at the crib.
Right.
Don't be carrying it around.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna carry anything around, you just carry a joint or a blunt or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, carry what you need to get where you're going.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be cruel.
All right, you got anything else?
No, not for comments or super chats.
All right, cool. We'll just keep it moving as such. When's the last time you've been to Hawaii, Steph Tone?
I'm gonna say maybe about 8 years. I think
8 years.
somewhere in that window.
I feel like it's probably the same
Or
for
less,
us, right,
8 or less.
Bobo?
Yeah, it's been a long time, maybe even 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, we used to springboard, right? Like go do a show in Hawaii and then roll off to Japan or Australia from there.
We would always hit it on the way back from Australia.
Yeah, there's that too. Because that is a long flight. Jesus, what, 18 hours or some shit like this? Or 16, 17 hours?
Long time. Hell yeah. A little long to be up there in the air.
Wow.
Yeah.
On the deal. I don't care how many movies you download or whatever like that, being up there in the air that long is some other shit.
I sleep when I'm on the plane, but you can only sleep for so long.
You can only sleep so long.
For like 8-9 hours, maybe top.
Yeah, then you still got
Another 8.
6, 7 to go.
Yeah, even when I push it out to like 10 hours, I'm like, I'm still good. I'm good for another like 2 to 4 hours of flying at least.
It's too bad they don't have like a Concorde style plane that you can get on and it fucking cuts the time in half.
They need to bring that shit back. The
For
Concorde.
flights like that, most definitely. Because it is brutal.
I have always done since we've been doing, international, I've always done business flights, so I could have that, at least have the fully reclining seat. Because just in a regular seat, no, I'd lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go crazy.
You feel very claustrophobic in a situation like that. Because you're like,
I can't sit still.
yeah. It's always good if you can have some room.
Room is always encouraged.
All day, shit. And if you really, really, really want to do it, you buy the seat next to you so that you don't got nobody there. It's like, boom, right?
Oh, the business
Yeah.
seats where you get like your own little pod section, You get your food. You go order your food for whenever you want. You just get some food. Be like, yo, I'm hungry. Let me get some. What you got?
Yeah, up in business at first, you could do that.
All the
Yeah.
little
I
snacks.
had the little snacks up there. You would just walk up to it.
Yep.
Some of them airlines, they have a full-on bar that you can walk up to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the international
on the
flights.
international joints.
Yeah. Look at this. God damn.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, that's fine.
What airline is
Dining.
that?
Probably Emirates or
Yeah,
one of those.
probably Emirates, yeah.
Damn, they got is that alcohol right there?
Yeah.
That's tight.
Emirates does wild shit like this. Like
Yeah.
their experience in flying out there from here is ridiculous, but expensive.
Looks amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, your fill in the blank experience is limited by your fill in the blank amount of funds available.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you got if money is of no object to you, then you do
look at-
whatever you want.
This is Qatar Airways.
That's Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar.
If
See?
I could fly Qatar overseas every time, shit, I'd be on Qatar, son.
99 right
But
there.
that's an expensive ticket right there.
It is.
Are they building? I heard they might build a factory here in the States.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
There's some talk. I don't know if it's like the airline, but I think I don't know if it's a military thing.
Oh, it's in Idaho or something, right?
Idaho, yeah.
Right.
They're doing that because of the plane.
Right.
So,
That was a nice layout where you could actually sleep for real.
For real.
Cause Jesus, trying
that's a difference right there. That makes a whole world of difference if you have that kind of comfort. I mean, some of them shits have a shower up in there. You can have a nice little thing right there.
if you're on an 18 to 20 hour flight, yeah, that's
You want all that.
everything.
Yeah.
You want all that.
I ain't got no trust in no shower up in the sky.
No, I don't think I'd be taking a shower.
No bed. Like I ain't laying in or sitting in that chair without being strapped down, man. You never know when that thing's just bucking you. You're gone.
Yeah, you do got to strap down because if it's any turbulence, you're like, "Ruff."
Yeah, you're done.
Be in the shower and it starts bad turbulence.
Yeah. You better be strapped in while you're in the shower.
That is a nice
Look at that.
that's a nice bathroom.
That's
Look at
super
that.
cool.
You know what I'm saying?
A shower.
Trying to
Wow.
shower the whole thing, man.
Yeah.
Reserving the Emirates A3.
Probably have a bidet up in there too.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit, no.
Hell yeah.
Don't
Look at
do it.
Look at that, dude. That looks super fucking.
Yeah.
That's a big fuck you to all the other passengers. This is my own.
Basically, floor temperature.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
control the floor.
So after you get out of the shower, it's already heated up
Hell
for
yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, dude. That's how you do
you.
it.
How much is that ticket? Want to know how much that ticket is?
15 racks.
Easy,
I'm
yeah.
guessing 15 racks.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. I mean, if you got it right.
15 fucking racks, B.
I mean,
Because that's the full experience right there. That's first class of first class, baby.
I'm going to say it's more.
What do you think it is?
I'm going to say like 35.
Look it up.
35 to 50 or more.
I'm seeing a little over like $9,000 for a one-way trip, and it can be over $20,000 for a round trip ticket.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not too much.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
still- if you got like that kind of money, yeah, that's not too.
No, I
A
mean,
round trip from New York to Dubai starts around $21,600.
Oh, it starts at. There you
that's
go.
the
Yeah.
starting point.
That's the stop.
That's not for that suite.
That's a stop.
No, that's for the first class ticket here.
Is
That's for
it?
the suite. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because you got the
Yeah,
normal,
first class is the suite.
You got your normal tickets, get
21.
way in the back. Sit your ass down.
Yeah, you got you, and I hear those seats are really good.
Yeah. That's really nice.
Got his punk ass out of here. Yeah. What I mean, if you're gonna fly a long ass flight, because to go from here to New York like that, that's not needed, right?
No.
But like
Right.
when you're going like over 15, 16 hours up into the 20s, yeah.
Yeah, London to Dubai. That's pretty sure that's like 20 hours.
It's 20 hours, yeah.
I mean, after that, you the next thing is going up there chilling with the pilots.
Yeah,
Wow.
right.
If you're on a 20-hour flight, you got like 3 sets of pilots at least. They're
Yep.
changing out like, every 6-8 hours or whatever they're, allowed to do.
They probably have their own quarters and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, there's a whole,
Well, for a
whole
time
section for everyone.
the plane is flying itself.
Yeah.
They just have one guy sitting in the seat to make sure that they fucking maintain it while they're, braking.
Well, the whole flight's automated, but somebody has to be there to key in the information.
Yeah, that's what
They can't nap.
No.
Well, one guy can nap.
One guy can nap and the other guy's got to be right there just making sure shit is together.
Well, there's a crew that's, active and doing all the operations, while there's another part of the crew, or even 2 parts of the crew, sleeping or preparing to fly.
Yeah, man.
A lot of shit, right?
It's a lot of things, man. I'm glad to be off and not having to fly nowhere right now.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush to get on an air flight.
Rush to do shit.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of it this year, though.
Yes, now it's time to record, man. So,
Music.
music. We're going to make some music.
Yeah, some good shit.
And I got to say, Bobo, and I was going to, I was just going to have a conversation with you as a bandmate about it, but I thought, because we have all our studios, right? And we fucking can chop this shit up anywhere. I think, the best bet is to like get what we're going to get going. Well, so in terms of the Spanish stuff, we already know the game plan for that. But the one after that, I think we started where we started, but we ended in a proper studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just do all
Like wherever we get the ideas down at, whether it's Christian spot or here or wherever, we could get all that down, but we finish it out in a proper.
lock out a studio.
Yeah,
a
we
big,
lock.
and just handle that.
Yeah,
It can be here, it can be somewhere else.
well, wherever we wrangle the ideas, it's all good. Because we can all record it. I mean, Christian's got his spot, I got this spot,
Yeah.
and all that. But I'm saying in the end, when we move to finish, like when we got what we got, we should go to a studio and knock the shit out. Proper.
Properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to do that because you'll be, able to just concentrate. You'll be in a different spot, all pro, whatever you need.
Yeah.
So it's not limiting anything.
Yeah, listen, we like both studios that we have, like from Christians to mine here, we got like a lot of good shit. You know what I'm saying? To make shit crack. But to do the record we're intending, yeah, we gotta be in one of those spots. For a lot of different reasons.
We can do it.
Yeah.
Want to go right now?
Tomorrow.
All right, tomorrow. All right.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
It's always dope to have a place that has all the greatest equipment as an option to use, and a place that has legacy. You know, it
Right.
comes with it's got history in there.
A vibe.
Yeah.
You get to be part of the history.
A vibe. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Shit, I was just in a studio when I went to what is it, Sunset Sound.
Yeah.
I
Joe
love
the-
it there.
Joe the Butcher was doing something over there with the band he's fucking with, and Bobo and I went to meet him the other night and have dinner with him at the Bo. But before then, I met him at Sunset Sound,
That's where we did our record.
and yeah, you know, he was mentioning all the artists that have went through there, including like Led Zeppelin and, you know, a gang of motherfuckers that like just boom,
Prince.
It's
it had that
legendary.
vibe there.
Prince was there.
Prince was there.
Prince was
at
there, yeah.
Studio B, I think, was his main
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah. And all these places, like Steph Tone kind of was alluding to, they all carry energy because they've had all these great people, you know, coming through these buildings, and then some of that analog shit that they have there that one might use.
Holds the magic.
Yeah, there's magic to places like that. And, you know, traditionally with Cypress, so we were always rocking in a studio of some sort. We kind of got away from that in the last three albums, I think. But I think for the next one, we got to go to a place that got that vibe.
If you think about it, like we all come from a time that, you know, when you went to the studio to make a new record, it wasn't about a home studio. It was an actual
Studio.
spot, actual studio.
Yeah,
that
they
was the
have-
thing.
It's
Oh, yeah.
real
You know,
equipment.
real equipment.
Yeah.
We went to tape.
Yeah, it went
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
tape, you know, ISO rooms, you know, everything, you know, your little like chill out spot, everything. It was the vibe. And then the minute that, you know, a lot of home studios started getting, you know, it was convenient, but it's very, very hard to get a vibe in somebody's house,
Yeah.
you know, or be
True
right
that.
there and
Not be distracted.
and not be distracted. And I think it's got to come back to that. Like, I think the whole music experience is kind of changing. Like, vinyl is seeing some of its strongest
Yeah.
showings in many years because people want to have something tangible like that they own.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something in their hands.
Yeah.
Can't do that with the streaming shit.
You know, the crazy thing about vinyl is that ever since vinyl has had its current resurgence, like it's been probably like the last like 10 to 15, you know, years where vinyl has started to come back up, is that every year vinyl sales would always improve. They would always, you know, go up 50%. And that shit, like you said, people are just wanting to like, dude, there's so many like just on a crazy level of like Taylor Swift fans that will buy 5 different vinyl variants of one album just to have all 5 of them. Or like, you know, there's tons of people that are just buying like brand new stuff that's only on vinyl. It's vinyl is cracking.
So just to get back to the whole thing, it's like having that, going to a real live studio with real live engineering, you're in the booth, you're in the, you know, just feeling that vibe.
You're
is
in
a
the
whole
vibe.
different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, look, I don't mind doing shit here in my studio because, like, you know, we created a vibe here, but like with that, it has to be something different. And I got to say, you know, like every time I've done one of the albums with Burner, let's say, it's always at a studio. It ain't at his spot or my spot. We like usually we've been recording at Conway and places like that.
Conway's a great spot.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
and it's got a vibe there.
Yeah,
And
all
it's
that.
loose, and you know what I mean. And it's sometimes that's what you need when you're gonna lay something down. You know, just the vibe. You could have all the bells and whistles, but if the vibe ain't there, yeah.
100.
And I think that's the what we need to do for the next one.
Yeah, let's take it back.
Yeah, take it back, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's easy to go ahead and track something in your house and then somebody else tracks it and then put it all together and Frankenstein it.
Yeah.
But
Well, you could track the idea
yeah.
like here or somewhere, but like, you know, let's just say we got the bits and pieces that we wanted. We could always go and relay it now that we know what what we have and what we're gonna fucking use and go lay it down in the studio, or just take it from there and transfer it to the studio and then fucking beef it the fuck up.
Yeah, like sort of like how the first 4 Cypress records, it was like recorded in L.A., minus like Black Sunday, but recorded in L.A. and then mixed and all that stuff in
Mixed
Philly.
in Philly, yeah.
You know,
I mean, that's what we did. We would record it down here. Well, the first album was recorded at Image, which no longer exists anymore. Us and Vince Neil and a few others used to record at this spot. We'd get to a certain point, then we'd go to Philly. Muggs and Joe would do the final arrangements and mixing. And when we were in Philly, we would always come up with one new song while we were out there to pop on the record last minute. This happened all the way up until Temples of Boom, and then after that, Muggs just sort of started doing it himself. It might have started during Temples of Boom, right? I don't know if we went back to Philly with that. I don't remember. Did we?
I think a little bit.
I think we maybe
Yeah, maybe, but I know definitely 4 was
not.
not.
Yeah, that was all Muggs and maybe Jason Roberts or something like
Right.
that. But yeah, you know, through the first 3 records, we don't finish them out in Philly.
That's cool.
Record them here, or Black Sunday was in New York, 90% of it, and we went from New York to Philly, finished it out there, came up with Lick a Shot. That was the last song that went on Black Sunday,
Wow.
because the day before we had just recorded We Ain't Going Out Like That. We were on mushrooms, the whole shit. You told the story 1,000 times. So the next day we were going to Philly to meet up with Joe to play him the whole album. And in that time, Muggs came up with the idea for Lick a Shot, or at least the music. And I wrote it right then, there, knocked it out, popped it off in Philly. And even with Psycho Realm,
Yeah.
we did that. We had the full album pretty much done, and we came up with, what song did we come up with out there? It was, I gotta remember.
I mean, we had 2 studios running at the same time. out
we were
there.
running
That's how
2
we do it.
studios, yeah.
Damn, for the Psycho Realm album?
Yeah.
Laying shit down and dropping shit at the same time.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
We were like flipping it like that.
Something like that.
Jack and I would like be in this room, you know, like laying something down or arranging it while Duke was in the other room with Bobo dropping some shit, or I was dropping shit. It kind of went like that, but
We're going room to room.
we were going room to room,
Yeah,
full
but-
force. But coming up with a new song there too while we were there. It was just a tradition that when we went to Philly and finished out, that we came up with some new shit, because that's always when the gold happens. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You come up with something significant there. You know, Lick a Shot wasn't necessarily a single or whatever like that, but it's a significant song on Black Sunday. Like when we play that, the mosh pits start and it goes pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah. Stuff Done, what was your favorite studio experience in recording any of the albums? Is there one that sticks out?
I mean, I've had fun really through all our sessions, but I mean, the standout ones were, you know, our first couple ones, because we were up in, you know, we were out of town. We were in Seattle, you know, in a whole new place for us, and you know, we were living there at both times that we were doing that, so we got to be, you know, really all up around the city and get to, you know, explore around besides making the record. So yeah, those are the ones. That's the same. Even White Pony, you know, we were out in the Bay Area. We stayed on the houseboats in Sausalito and recorded at the plant.
That's got vibe over there, that plant.
Yeah. Yeah, there always been places with, like you said, like they've always got to have that, you know, that certain vibe to them.
Yeah,
That history, that legacy.
that's everything.
Like, you know, shit has been done here.
Yeah, we've been there. We recorded over at Paramount, over on Santa Monica. Again, Sunset Sound.
See, you want to know something funny? is that when you guys were booking all these places and you guys were in awe of the certain people that were recording there, or you might have recorded there because they recorded there, right? Bands that are influenced by you are following in that same footsteps. I want to record this record where the Deftones recorded.
We were at. I mean,
Like-
we even did some old stuff way back in the day at Sound City, like in its last days. You know.
Yeah, recorded Sound City.
It's crazy how that happens, though. Like, hey, you know, like some like artists that follow you are inspired. It could be any artist, but they'll like find out, hey, where did they record this album?
Yeah, that's
where I want to record my shit when I get on.
that's the thing. Like with the vinyl, going back to that you know you get the vinyl, you're able to read the credits, read where it was recorded, who produced it, who mixed it,
Yep.
all the particulars, the musicians that was on it,
Who mastered it?
who mastered the whole thing, and then when you got your shot,
Yeah, you
like,
knew.
I want to record there. I
Yeah.
want to do this there.
This homie still making records. Can we
Yeah.
get him to do ours?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the whiskey, right? The club, the whiskey a go go.
Yes.
A lot of people know the Doors and Hendrix and guys like that.
Van Halen.
Van Halen had been on that stage, and I was like, man, I was a big Van Halen fan. I want to rock the same stage they did. Or I was a huge fan of Hendrix. I'm get to be on the same stage he touched down on. Shit like that, it's the same thing. And when the credits were on the record, like you said, back in the day when you got that physical vinyl or compact disc, and it showed you the credits of people they worked with or the houses they worked in, not houses, but, buildings, whatever. Yeah, people used to pay a lot of, especially the musicians, the people that wanted to do this shit, right? Like, oh man, the guy who mastered this record did a brilliant job. I need to hold up, boom, 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 and all that. Or the photographer that did the album cover. Oh, I need Glennie Friedman. Hold up, that's the fucking guy. People, artists that were like students of their perspective game took note of shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, even places that other people have performed. Like when I heard like the Public Enemy, Yo Bum Rush's show, and all the live stuff was done at Brixton Academy. Remember the first time like stepping into Brixton Academy, like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we're PE.
Yes.
This is where going to the Fillmore. This is where Hendrix played and all this shit. Like it's a bug out to the musician or the artist. It can be a bug out. Like damn.
Yeah, and there's legendary spots everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere. And, salute to the artists that made those spots legendary and created that vibe for us to be able to connect and be a part of those vibes too.
Yeah, totally.
We're fortunate to where we've all, like been able to touch these fucking places. And that is a blessing, man.
That's real.
I gotta say, salute to the creator for these blessings. Thank you so much.
God.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes. Once again, salute to God. I'm slanging God, y'all. So if I get, a check, it's in the name of God.
But it's going in your bank account.
No, it means that I'm, probably gonna get another suspension from YouTube. That kind of check, not the kind of check that buys me a private plane. And
We'll see you at BREALTV 3.
nice. We'll see you on BREALTV 3 next week. Right. Know what I'm saying?
Making a backup account right now.
Why do you got a private plane? Because God wants me to fly around and preach the word.
Right. Who was the dude that there was someone
Yeah.
recently in the last 10 years that was like,
Yeah.
oh well, God told me that I needed to travel,
To spread the word.
spread the word. So I need to do this like in this plane.
So this conversation that you had with God, where did it take place? How long was it? I mean, did you offer him something to drink?
Oh, we wrapped about like 10 minutes,
This
I
guy.
did, yeah,
Yes,
Kenneth Copeland.
Yep.
Dude, that dude just looks evil.
Yeah. The fraud.
The fraud.
The fraud.
Man, I love that one when the reporter asked him, well, how much did you pay for your plane? And he says, oh, frankly, that's none of your business.
Yeah. How much did you play for your play?
But I'll tell you.
What that?
but
No,
I'll
they
tell
said
you
this. God wants us to live in abundance. God don't want us to be broke. He wants us to live in abundance.
God.
So I'm testing it out, the abundance first before, we share it, right?
Right. Just to make sure the abundance is good.
Yeah, yeah.
Says,
So-
God,
Let it
Yeah.
go through me.
God don't like ugly. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers will sell it to you.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I know.
What's that button?
I'm not buying it.
That's right. You gotta put that shit closer to the mic. Steph, though.
Thank God. Thank God.
Right.
Did
Right.
you do that live?
Yeah, I did that live.
No, could you do that now?
No, not right now.
If we were live when he actually recorded it and he didn't know that he was doing it, he could have did it.
Yeah.
But because he obviously did that.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
But it's trying to replicate something like on the spot when someone says, it's almost like when someone asks you something that you know, but they asked you so off guard that you totally forgot and now you don't know. You know that?
like
You
that.
know how that happens.
Yeah, dude. You know how it is.
I know how it is.
Huh?
You know how it is?
Yeah,
What?
it's that.
That.
That's how it is.
Right?
That's what I said.
Is it?
It's all of it.
I think so.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Yes.
It's the password.
What?
We got a mix after this. I don't know who is popping it off today. It's Friday. It's the Bag of Tricks mix. You know what I mean? We gonna draw names out of a hat and pop it off for you right here on this fine Friday on Be Real TV 2. Just stay locked in, and we're gonna provide some dope mixes for you right after this show. All right, and if you're on Twitch, just stay locked in to B_Real TV, and we pops it off for you too.
Yeah.
All right. Again, I don't know who's mixing today. I might. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If there's no one here to mix, maybe you should do it.
That's what, hey, listen. Eggs isn't here, and we don't need sauce.
I'm just saying.
Oh, no.
DJ, right?
No.
Yeah, throughout the week. Throughout the week, yeah.
I think we have a drum set here for Bobo. He can get in the mix.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
Bobo can jump in the mix too, and like just play some beats.
Like 45 minutes.
I'm saying 45 minutes of beats. Yeah. Come on, I'll break the keyboard out and I'll play with.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll
Hey
play.
guys, look over there. Pew.
Shite. Yep.
Did you guys hear about the man in Florida incident that happened? So this guy in Florida, people were calling this man in Florida is like roaming around naked in a park, and so people call the sheriff in Polk County like, "Hey man, there's this homeless dude just naked roaming around the park," and the sheriffs actually ended up finding something very unexpected. Here, let me play a little video for you guys.
Morning, everyone. It's time for morning briefings. And I hope you have your favorite cup of coffee and you don't spit it all over yourself when you hear what I'm about to say.
All right.
But we're going to drink our coffee from a thermos from Fire Inspector Services. You got that? From New Jersey. Thanks for sending the cup.
Nice plug.
Good coffee. Now listen, there's things you can't make up. So we arrested Walter Frymere. He's 51. We got a call that he was naked inside of a restroom at a public park.
Naked.
So we asked, is he naked or buck naked?
Is he butt
You know,
naked?
you can be naked and still have your socks on.
Naked.
But if you're buck naked, you're totally naked. Well, anyway, our deputy gets there, The dude's got all of his clothes on. So we're nice, and we send him out of the park and trespass him and tell him we're not going to arrest you, even though people saw you here without any clothes on. We're going to give you a break. So what does he do? He goes across the street and hops up on what? The railroad train track and trespasses again, just as soon as we gave him the break. So the deputy arrests him. We find out he's already got 25 prior arrests and been to state prison 5 times.
Plus he's naked.
So not only is he trespassed, we've got him in possession of meth. Well, I've talked about meth doing crazy stuff to you, right? You ain't gonna believe this. So we put everybody through a body scanner to make sure that they're not trying to bring guns and knives and drugs into the jail. Well, you might have thought Walter was bringing drugs into the jail. He brought a thermos into the jail. That's right.
What?
He put it up the exit ramp. You know what I mean?
Wow. He
A
stuck
thermos.
He stuck a thermos up
About
his
this
ass.
size.
Thermos.
And he took a drink from it. That's gross.
No, it wasn't this one.
Yes,
We
it
saw
was.
that and we said, dude, what are you doing here? He said, well, I put that inside my body and he didn't swallow it 24 hours earlier.
Fuck.
The deputy saved his life. Oh, and that was after Walter threatened to kill the deputy for arresting him.
Damn.
We had to take him to the hospital. They had to find a specialist. It was quite the ordeal, but he's thermaless in the county jail
Jesus.
today.
Ow.
Told you you weren't going to believe it.
You know,
No, thank you.
that's hard to believe, but wow. Imagine
No.
the pain trying to get that damn thing out.
But what was in it though? Was it meth inside of it?
Maybe there was meth inside of it.
Probably. I mean,
he's-
are you gonna go through that kind of? You gonna go through that kind of problem?
So who checks the thermos?
Oh,
Who's checking what's inside the thermos once they get it out of his rectum?
Eric Bobo.
Oh shit! Are you awake there?
I'm in shock.
You're in shock. Yeah, I thought you had the shock look, or you fell asleep. Right?
I was in shock hearing that. I'm just wondering, like, that thermos, you see the size, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of lube.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of baby oil, lube, however you want to put it.
fortitude.
for 24 hours.
That's commitment.
That's commitment
That
and
is-
fortitude.
That is full commitment.
Oh man,
Dude,
what
that
kind of meth was my man smoking or taking that? Like, wow.
That's not like 2 inches or
That's-
3 inches.
That's punishing yourself.
You know, that's width, girth,
Like-
length, all of that.
like this.
That's bigger than that. That's bigger than that. That's,
No, this is This is.
And they had to surgically remove that bitch.
This is like if you put like that, right? Probably bigger than this, right?
No, he was the whole thing, even with the handle.
Ooh.
He said the whole thing, even with the handle. There was no handle there.
All of this right here.
You over here putting sauce on it. This figures. Anyway,
That'd be
yeah.
funny, Bobo. There's a
that
big
dude- that
handle.
dude-
Oh, it's way long. Longer.
It's longer.
Yeah, the handle. See the little part? That handle is hanging on the fucking rib.
Oh my god.
He said the
dude.
handle's hanging on the
It's
wrist.
on the rim.
His rectum
That-
is
that-
wrecked.
that's
Look at that.
that's an album. That's an album cover right
See
there.
that handle right there?
That is an album cover. Look at the baby's face in the background. Do you see it? I'm seeing like a baby face in the background. There's an eye to the right, a nose to the right, a little mouth. No, in the circle.
I don't know. Where
Right there, yes.
Oh, right there.
You don't see that?
Oh,
Am I tripping?
The whole circle. You're talking about the whole image.
Oh my god.
man.
Like, as I see, like, grinning, like teeth grinning and eyes.
Hey, that is straightened out the intestines right there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's no
It's straight-
curvature.
There's no, yeah. There's no.
It's straight.
How does
That's-
one get themselves into this position?
Yeah. And how does he think he's going to shit that back out?
That ain't that ain't coming out.
No, you have to surgically remove
Look
this.
at how far it's already in.
They said he needed surgery.
Surgically removing it. So he's in jail with stitches, laid up until. This is the dumbass of the day, y'all. Give it up for him. Let's go, dumbass of the day. Okay.
I mean, that's
Plus, he was naked.
Damn, see?
That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
He wanted to see if that, kept his drink cold.
Damn.
Oh,
let's
man,
see.
it would warm up inside you.
No, not if it's a Yeti.
Not if it's a Yeti. Ooh.
Damn.
Yeti will
Great.
keep that drink cold.
I thought
Yetis keep that shit cold for days.
I thought E-Zone had a crazy imagination. Yours is much more advanced. Well, thank everybody for getting down with us today on the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Check out the mix after this. Spread that positivity around. And if you learned anything today, don't cram a thermos up your rectum. C minus.
Shout out to everybody here at the table. B, Steph, Tone, always a pleasure, good sir. Eric Bobo, Sideline Crew, Bolton, Ray, and the Dominator. Shout out to Aton, Pedro, Javi Lopez. Shout out to E-Zone, and shout out to you, everyone, for hanging out and watching, and always appreciate it. At C-Fan4, all the social medias, and yeah, see you soon. Have a good one. What up, Eric Bobo?
Put a thermos in your butt.
I sticking nothing in my butt, man. That's nasty. What? Get paid? Get this $100 bill? Well, step aside.
I bet he was crying.
Oh, more than
All
that.
right. Check me out on the socials on Twitter, X at Eric Bobo, IG at Eric_Bobo, and we'll be back on Discord. Everybody here at the table, big ups to y'all, sideliners. Big ups to y'all and everybody that supports the show. Have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all next week. Thanks, and we say buddy.
Yo, big shout to the Insane Asylum, shout to Ray Morning Shot Film, shout to the Dominator. Big shout to Javi Lopez on his YouTube. He actually just dropped a new music video, so go check that out.
Go check it out.
And what's up, Steph Tone?
Shout out Mark Sargent, Karen B, David Wise, B, C minus, Bobo, Sideline Crew, Bolton, Ray at Morning Shot Films, Terran at Velvet Hammer, Dominator, Aton, Pedro, Javi Lopez, Cali Blaze, E-Zone, Mello, all y'all in the asylum, all y'all on the different platforms. Y'all have a great weekend. Catch y'all next week.
Always be yourself and don't apologize for it. Swallow that.
BREALTV.